Well, here's how bad things are getting in Egypt. The more the military-led government demands protesters get off the streets, the more they fill the streets. And not even the European Union's top foreign policy official can get either side to calm down in Cairo today. The countrywide crackdown has already left 80 Muslim Brotherhood members dead and stoked fears of yet another destabilizing revolution anew. To Ron Paul on the phone, who says, just cut the cash and now. Congressman, to your point, we don't know even whose side to be on.
That's the big problem. We never know who's in charge of anything. Yeah, we keep sending money, and sometimes we try to prop up one dictator, and we lose control, and we get somebody else. So I would say it's always a bad investment. I think all the money we've sent Egypt over the past 40 years into the many, many billions of dollars, it's really been wasteful, and now we're broke. But, you know, one thing I don't like about foreign aid is there are conditions. Well, if you do what we say, then we will send you these weapons. But if you have an elected leader and we don't like, we're not going to send them to you. I don't like those type of conditions because I think that the foreign aid should be looked at as a principle. Do we have the right to take money from innocent American people and try to prop up different factions around the world? So I'm just opposed to foreign aid completely and universally. And
I also wonder, Congressman, that the pieces are always changing. And you know, those who get money from us kind of know the score. The Palestinians discovered if they stopped talking about the destruction of Israel, that would be an opening point of getting some cash from us. Never mind, a lot of them didn't believe that, but they ultimately started saying stuff like that to appease us and still continue their destructive ways. You could argue in country after country, they kind of gave us lip service to whatever our interests were, but didn't follow up on them. So where are we now?
Well, we're in a mess. There's no incentive because if they know there's money involved and weapons and all, they're going to try to accommodate, and we try to buy this friendship. But one day we're going to wake up and we're going to find out we are broke and nobody's taking our dollars anymore, and this will all change. But we never get one side that really likes us. They like our money, you know, and that sort of thing. But I think when the time comes when we can't afford this any longer, there's going to be a lot of pent-up hostility toward us, and I worry about that to a degree because I think it's going to be very, very harmful. But there's no way we can pick and choose sides. I mean, even our administration admits they have no idea who the good guys are in Syria. Yeah, we're sending weapons up there. So
well, the argument has always been, Congress, if we don't, the Chinese will, the Russians will, they'll exert their influence. What do you say to that?
Well, I think the Chinese are smarter than that. They have more money than we do. They're our banker now, and they're reaching out, but they're reaching out like some dirty old capitalists. They're actually investing money in Iran and Africa, places where we only send troops. So we build up hostility. We bankrupt our own country. At the same time, the Chinese keep selling us stuff, and they're hurrying up now, I think, to spend our money while it's still working, and they're putting their investments. So they're acting more like we did 50, 60, 70 years ago. They've sort of taken over that role, and we're in the business of building an empire and maintaining it. And it's just going to speed up the end stages of the empire that we have, and we'll have to face the facts pretty soon. But this whole idea that we are motivated by selling more weapons, and actually a lot of this foreign aid doesn't really go over there. It just goes directly to some company here in this country. They get the money, and then we send the weapons over there, and then we try to manipulate their politics. It's a bad situation. I don't know why we just couldn't say, what was the advice of the founders? They said, stay out of the entangling alliances of all nations. Mainly they wanted to stay out of Europe, but I think that should apply certainly not only to Europe and Korea, but the Middle East as well. I think the world would be better off for it.
Well, there is another old expression, too, good money after bad. But, Congressman, always good having you on, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Neil.